to cut straight skirt, slit on the side and elastic on the waist. So I'm not going to use the normal waist measurement. For example, if I use waist 35 or 36, because I'm going to add elastic, I will add some inches to it because of the elastic on the waist. I have this plain white paper which I fold into two. This is the waist. I measure 2 inches. I'm going to use 1.5 inch elastic, 2 inches. I'm going to start my measurement after this line. I'm not placing my tape here because this is where I'm going to sew elastic on. I'm going to fold this way. I'm going to fold this way and sew elastic here. That means I'm going to start my measurement from here. After folding for elastic, I will place my tape here. So it's the same as placing my tape where I mark. You can do it this way or you can do it this way. So I'm going to place my tape here now. I will measure 38 inches plus 1 inch or 2 inches for sewing. So I'll place my tape here. I will measure down 11 inches. This hip. Waist, being that I'm going to sew elastic, instead of measuring normal measurements, like if I use 36, 35, 36 or 40 inches, I will add some inches because of the elastic. I'm not going to measure exact measurement which I use on my waist. Being that I'm adding elastic, I'm going to add to the measurement. I measure 13 inches here. This is folding into 2. This is the 10 inches. Then always remember sewing allowance. Hip is 50 inches. Divided by 4 is 12.5 inches, which is here. So I add some inches to sew on the side. So you can see the waist and the hip, they are the same because I'm going to sew elastic here. After sewing elastic here, it will come this way. The down part, I will measure 48 inches. Divide by 4 is 12 inches, which is here. Then I add 1 inch for sewing. I fold into 2. I'm going to place this paper on top. I'm going to cut. I'm going to notch here for elastic. I'm going to make voiceover from here because there is noise on the background. So I iron my lining. I fold into 4 and I place on the main material. Before then, I will iron the waist for elastic. So this is how I'm going to place on the main material, that is the lining on the main material, and sew. So at this point it's very, very easy if you concentrate. I place my tape on the waist and measure down, and I'm going to cut the length I want for the lining. Like I said, if you concentrate on this part, you will understand it clearly because it's very easy from here. The way I sew the lining on the main material and for the waist, the inches on the waist for elastic, you are going to see everything. And I'm going to also demonstrate how I sew the 2 sides. So you can see on the waist for elastic, I'm done sewing that and I iron. So the second one, I'm going to place the lining on top and you will see the allowance for the waist for elastic. So you can see the 2 inches on the waist. I will sew the 2 sides just like this. You can see on the waist the 2 inches. So I'm done sewing the 2 sides now. I'm going to bring the right side out and iron. So after ironing, I'm going to join the 2 sides together. I will join the 2 sides together. And on this side, I'm going to measure from waist to where the slit will start. I will first mark the waist. I mark, so I place my tape where I mark and I measure down. I'm going to sew here and the slit will start from here, just like that. I will sew on this side. After sewing, you can see where the slit ends. This is the slit. I'm going to iron. So after finish ironing, I will bring out the right side. So this is the slit. I'm going to sew. So I will sew this way. Just like this. And I will hem the bottom. After doing that, I will sew this part, which I will sew elastic on. I will sew round. Then this is the elastic, 1.5 inch. And I'm going to sew the elastic on the waist according to my waist. So if you are sewing elastic on yours, you sew according to your waist. So that is why I didn't measure the length. So I just sew according to my waist. So I'm going to pass the elastic now. So I leave 1 inch open to pass in the elastic. So I stretch the elastic out. I cut the extra from it. So I'm going to place on my machine this way and sew. After sewing, the 1 inch I leave open, I'm going to stitch down after sewing the elastic. So I'm done sewing. This is how it looks like. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are new, please subscribe and remember the notification bell. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. And if you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.